But let's be clear about people's energy bills. They're going to go up, not go down, because the government could have reduced people's energy bills, but they refused to do that. And of course, they're scrapping the £400 rebate. So actually, people are going to feel a real hit in their pockets. The Prime Minister and the Chancellor had a real opportunity to show that they understand how the cost of living is impacting on people and families and pensioners around the country, and they completely failed to do that.
Is what you've said true there? Because we've just had a prediction, haven't we, of growth of 1.8%, 2.5%, 2.1% and 1.9% over the next 4 years. That means the economy's not flatlining. We were the fastest growing economy in the G7 last year. I've got to ask you respectfully, you said that Jeremy Hunt and Rishi Sunak looked out of touch. I just wonder whether or not you guys look like you're revelling in fake misery.
No, not at all. I mean, if you look around the country, and certainly when I have my constituency surgeries, there are people who are facing real misery at the moment. People are terrified about putting the heating on. People are having to go to food banks because they can't put food on their tables. People are finding it incredibly difficult at the moment. There's nothing fake about the misery that millions of people are facing up and down the country as a result of the way that the Conservatives have been running the economy. The fact is that, as I say, there will be no extension of the rebate. Liberal Democrats had called for the government to actually try and cut energy bills rather than just freeze the energy price guarantee. We said that could have been paid for because energy prices are coming down faster than the government had expected. So they'd already put money to one side, and we said they should have used that to bring prices down. As it stands, in the coming year, people's energy prices and energy bills will still be twice of what they were in 2021, and that's going to feel really tough in people's pockets around the country.
OK, childcare, though, the Tories are claiming that's a big win, a good win for new parents. Apparently, children aged 1 and 2 will have 30 hours of free childcare. Do you back that?
Well, let's be clear, on childcare, the content is pretty good because they've effectively copied and pasted everything the Liberal Democrats said in our 2019 general election manifesto, but the timing is incredibly cynical. The fact is they're not even going to introduce some of the most basic measures until April next year, and most of them will take much longer, which means that actually it may well be after the next general election, and the government may not even be the ones in charge to put that in place. So let's be clear, there is nothing the government is introducing immediately. They're kicking it into the long grass. So the content, of course, that's great. They've copied it mostly from the Lib Dem manifesto, but the timing is incredibly cynical. OK, all right, look, I'm just going to return very quickly, if that's all right, Daisy, to something that you said earlier on about essentially who's out of touch. And look, I suppose, unfortunately for you and the Lib Dems, there's new polling that's dropped on the illegal migration bill, which shows that 52% of people do want to remove illegal immigrants and block them from returning. Just 16% of the population would strongly disagree with the illegal migration bill. And a new poll from Redfield and Wilton as well shows that there is just 1 point of difference now between Keir Starmer, I know he's not your party, and Rishi Sunak when it comes to the popularity poll. So when it comes to people being out of touch, with respect, the Tories are doing all right at the minute. Well, I mean, Liberal Democrats, if you look at the way we've been performing in actual elections, we've been doing pretty well as well. As you know, we had 3 stunning by-election wins in Buckinghamshire and in North Shropshire and down in Devon. We were winning over voters who hadn't ever voted Liberal Democrat before, lifelong Conservative voters who were sick to the back teeth of the way that the government is running the economy, creating the cost of living crisis and running our NHS into the ground. And at the set of local elections last year, we did pretty well as well. So when you look at real elections and real results, I'd say we're doing all right.